Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamie aka Rick here, bringing you part 19 of my GTA4 Let's Play. In this episode, as you see on the screen now, I get a phone call from Michelle. She's like kind of asking me how I'm doing, you know, hoping I'm not getting messed up in any big drug dealings or anything like that, you know. She's worried about me a little bit. I haven't phoned her that much, like recently, because I've been concentrating on doing missions and that. So I'm on a pretty tight schedule getting these videos out, but you know, so I'm just going straight through the missions at the moment. But you know, I might set a bit of time aside for that in the future. But yeah, after that, as you see, I'm outside Brucey's right now. So he wants me to get another car for him. And he says it'll be no problem, the mission, but as it turns out, it is. I get chased down by some people, they're shooting at me, but I managed to get away, get the car safely. And then for some reason, they, Brucey and Roman, they're after this guy. For some reason, he owes Brucey money, and apparently I've got to go on a date with him. So I set that up. I go to the internet cafe, and set up that date, and then after that I go see Manny. You know, so I like Manny's good missions. You know, involve always shooting people, which this one does. I have to follow a train, because he knows that they're going to be getting off this train at some point, but he doesn't know when. So I have to follow the train under the track, obviously, and then kill the people that get off of it when they get off of it. Which you know, it takes a little while, a little bit of following the train around, but it's alright, it's all good. It's quite an easy mission, so that's what happens in this video. But as you know, I don't normally talk about the video that much, just a little introduction at the start. So in this episode I'm going to be talking about like me really as a collector, because I like to collect like sets of things. Always have done for quite a while, since I was quite young really. And see, it started with, I would say, Pokemon cards, to be honest. I mean, most of the people my age and probably younger were obviously big into Pokemon cards at the time, trading, you know. I remember trading at school all the time. Everyone used to have their little deck that they used to carry around. We used to like swap at lunch times and break times and stuff. You know, it was good fun. I like spent our pocket money on getting new cards and then doing more trading and stuff. I'd never really battled that much, like when I was younger. I'd done it a little bit, like towards the end of primary school, but never that much. I know some people that did it quite a lot, you know. I just collected them pretty much. I've still got them all in like plastic folders now, the original 150, so that'll probably be worth quite a bit one day, hopefully. You never know. And they're all in really good condition, so I've got obviously swaps of quite a few of them, so I always went through and picked out the best ones to put in the folder to keep nice, you know, keep them safe so they don't get damaged. I mean, some of them already are worth quite a bit, so just like obviously Charizard, Blastoise, probably the most rare ones. Probably get about 25 quid probably each one of those. So you know, it's quite good money, but obviously as time goes on, less and less people are going to have them, like these complete sets and stuff. So you know, you're more likely to get money from them, which you know, hopefully one day I'll do. Although you know, I probably won't sell them for a long time. So it's always good. What else have I collected? My nan, when I was younger, used to buy this Egyptian magazine. I was big into Egyptian architecture, and that's one of the reasons why I loved Oldham in World of Warcraft, Cataclysm, because the architecture is amazing. But yeah, she used to get me this magazine. Every week it had like a little Egyptian statue type thing, and then the magazine with it described about the statue and you know what it represented and how it was like in the Egyptian history and all that stuff. And you know, they came with like a little stand that you could stand them all on. And there was something like 50 or 60 of them, I think, in the end. So yeah, she got me this every week, and I really enjoyed collecting them. So I used to have them on a bookshelf in my room, but I've since got rid of that bookshelf, and they're in a box all wrapped up nice and safe, most of them. Still got all the magazines as well, so a couple of them have got a few chips in and that, but you know, it's nothing too bad. So yeah, they're pretty cool as well. You'll see like kind of, you know, similarity in most of these, because Yu-Gi-Oh cards, another thing. After Pokemon kind of phased out, after the cards anyway, after a few years of those, everyone collecting those, kind of Yu-Gi-Oh kind of came in, because Digimon failed a bit for me. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was crap, but Yu-Gi-Oh was good. I mean, I played that a couple of times with friends. Yeah, I've got, I think, about 7 starter decks for that Yu-Gi-Oh. I haven't really personalised my own one that much. I just, you know, I didn't play it that seriously, so I just picked up one of my decks and thought, you know, play some games, you know, just for fun, which is always good. You'll never really want to take anything that seriously, so you won't get as much enjoyment out of it if you do. If you don't want to do it, you feel you have to do it, it's never going to be as fun. So yeah, it's better to do that. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, they were quite fun. I mean, the program was probably better than the actual cards, which I don't know. I used to watch the program, and that's probably what influenced me to collect some of the cards out. But it was the other way around really for Pokemon. I mean, I liked collecting the cards, but the program was, I don't know, I never found it that great, to be honest. I mean, it was good, but I watched it when I was younger, but it wasn't amazing. I think it was just the fact that everyone had the cards in it at the time. Yeah, it's quite a social thing, really. Everyone at the time collected them, and you could swap them with quite easily with friends at school. So yeah, and obviously my brother, he had some as well. Although he's a bit older than me, so he wasn't quite as crazy about it as I was. And obviously we played the games as well, and I still do today. I've got to be honest. I mean, some people, you know, take the piss because I play Pokemon games still, but I know a lot of people same age as me and even older that still play the games because they respect them for what they are. Which, it's fantastic games, to be honest. I mean, I know it's a bit childish, but you know, you can't go your whole life being serious all the time. You know, you gotta be childish, immature sometimes. It's always good. Other things, obviously Lego. I was a huge fan of Lego when I was younger. I used to get, obviously Christmas and birthdays, used to get Lego sets all the time. I had great fun on Christmas Day building them all the time. So most Christmases when I was younger, I used to get something like that because obviously that's what I enjoyed doing. So I always used to ask for them, and 9 times out of 10 I got one. I mean, I remember the Harry Potter ones when they first came out; they were amazing. I got I think it was Dumbledore's office or something, and then the Chamber of Secrets one as well. They were both huge, so they were really fun to make. It took quite a while to make, which is always good. I mean, the idea of that is kind of, I know a lot of the smaller sets, obviously they don't take very long, but the big ones are really fun to build up. Even now, I still buy the occasional set. You know, I've got a set of cars in front of my TV. So, yeah, they're all pretty similar. They're all like sports cars kind of thing, and you know, they're all lined up along with my Top Gear amphibious car models, which are also pretty awesome. They're made out of a cardboard type thing, and they're all in stencil type things, and you have to pop them out and then fold them and join them all together, and they fold 3D models of the cars. So yeah, I've got those 3 sitting there with some Lego cars next to them. So you know, it looks quite good, I think. Some people don't really like that kind of thing, but I think it looks good, you know. If they're obviously custom built things don't ever look quite as good, but these are out of the box how they're meant to look, and just lined up. Might post a picture of them at some point. If anyone would be interested in that, I would do that. But yeah, so Lego, obviously everyone had a huge box of Lego with just loads of little blocks in. You just pretty much made what you wanted out of it. And obviously the themed sets were kind of set along a little story, but I used to play with Lego a lot, just build houses all the time, and just, I don't know, just random stuff really. is obviously the tower was always a big hit when I was younger. Just try and build a really high tower. I'm sure everyone's done that at some point with Lego. I mean, it's kind of the thing that you do. I don't know, just try and build the craziest designs without the instruction books. Another thing quite close, or closely related to Lego, I'd say, was connects. It's pretty much the same. Just instead of blocks, it's obviously like rods and connectors, like corners and angles and stuff. And that was really fun as well, so I used to collect that a hell of a lot. I've probably got more of, or not quite more, but I bought more sets of connects, I'd say, than Lego. I was like Lego, you just bought the tub of like thousands of pieces and just, you know, got a couple of those and you were pretty much set to go. With connects, you couldn't really do that as such. It was all sets you had to buy. Obviously you could still build what you wanted, kind of, but it was a bit more technical and a bit, I don't know, a bit harder to just build what you wanted with that, I'd say. So yeah, still got some of that. I've kept all of it, it's just obviously I don't have it out in my room anymore. It's all in like boxes, either up in the loft or like under my bed or whatever. So I can still keep it all. I will obviously hand it down one day, or sell it if it proves, you know, what like valuable, which it probably will do one day. Like some of the Harry Potter stuff, I'd imagine will be someday. So once, you know, once all the films are over after a few years, a complete set of like Harry Potter Lego, I mean at the time it was probably about 40-50 quid, and now it'd probably be more than that, because, you know, it's obviously hard to get hold of these days because it's not made anymore. It's this really old thing. It's like, what is it, about 4 or 5 years old? Harry Potter, the second one, I'd say it's about that, about 4 or 5 years old. It was really expensive at the time. I mean, the main castle of Harry Potter Lego was like 100 quid, I think it was, for the dinner hall, basically, where they all eat and stuff. That was really expensive, but it was huge, and I think if you kept that in pristine condition, had every single block, it'd be worth so much money, like years down the line. Which I don't know, it'd be pretty crazy. You know, I'd like to see how much these, like the Lego and obviously the Pokemon cards and that, would be worth years down the line. I think it'd be quite interesting to see how much money you can gain out of collecting stuff like that and then selling it on later. Obviously some model like action figures and stuff from years ago are worth hundreds of thousands of pounds now. So like, obviously I can't remember what film it is it 40-Year-Old Virgin actually is the film. The guy in that, Steve Carell, is the guy who plays the character. He's got so many like action figures and models and stuff, and he sells them, and he gets so much money out of it. It's just crazy. So they're all in their boxes and stuff. I think if you do collect stuff and keep them pristine, keep them in their boxes, stuff like that, they will be worth a lot one day. But obviously some things, when you get a Lego set as a youngster, it's literally impossible to not open it, you know. Obviously when you're younger, bits will get lost and, you know, stuff like that, but if you can keep stuff in good condition, it's really good, because it will be worth quite a bit one day. It's always the art of collecting things. They'll always be worth a lot in the future if you have a whole set of something. I don't know. Obviously DVDs, I've mentioned before, huge collector of DVDs. I've probably got a good 250 DVDs at the moment. I pretty much buy them all the time. It's not a month goes by really where I don't buy a DVD, so whether it's a new release or an old film that, you know, I suddenly think, oh yeah, actually I haven't got that yet, and then I just, you know, buy it, go on Amazon, pay like 3 quid or whatever, 5 quid for it, which is the joy of Amazon. I love that website. I spend so much money on it, to be honest, but it's not a good thing. I wouldn't say spend so much money on it, but, you know, I get the enjoyment out of pretty much everything I buy. So, and I don't really think I'd buy a bad film. Like, so all the films I buy I've either seen before or I've heard great reviews about. So I think that's a good idea when you're buying films. You don't want to just think, oh yeah, I'll buy that, I don't know what it's like. I'd never do that really. You know, obviously sometimes I watch a film on Sky, like, don't know what it's like, you know, worth a watch. and I don't like it, so you know, I just don't ever watch something else. But if you watch a film and you like it, then you know it's worth buying. Some people I know don't watch films again. I mean, once they've seen them once, that's it. They don't really buy DVDs and watch them again, and they can't really understand why people would do that. But you know, I've watched some of my films probably about 15 times. Yeah, Avatar, I've seen it about 10 times, I'd say. A film called Swap, I think it was, when I was a lot younger. I've watched that probably about 15 times, 20 times. It's mad, I know. But if you enjoy, as I said earlier, if you enjoy doing something, then you know, why not do it? Don't listen to other people, you know, if they say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, you know. I don't understand why you do that. It's up to you at the end of the day. If you enjoy doing something, you should do it. Yes, obviously, unless it's harmful to other people or whatever, or to yourself, and then obviously you shouldn't do it. But you know, if it's all legal and safe, then no, by all means, go for it. I mean, obviously there'll always be people that don't agree with that, but you might as well. It's your life. You only live it once. That's what I always say. It's worth it. It's worth doing what you want to do in that time. You see, being a gamer as much as I am, I obviously get ripped for that a little bit, but you know, I keep doing it. I enjoy it. I don't have much spare time because I work full time in that. So the time I do get, I like to relax, listen to music, watch like YouTube videos or something, and play a game. You know, mostly WoW, pretty much. It's because you can quite casually sit there, listen to music or whatever. You don't have to concentrate that much. So, you know, it's good times. It's good rest for me as well. Some people find staring at a computer screen for ages like hurts their eyes, but I find it relaxes me, to be honest. So, you know, people work in different ways. Yeah, back to collections. Manga books as well. I've just recently started. I used to talked about my friend Genesis before, when we went around his and we used to play Halo and stuff. He introduced me to anime, and first one was Death Note, and I'm sure most people have seen that. If you watch anime, that you will have seen it. It's amazing. It's so clever. The storyline is absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen it or read it, definitely get the books or the DVDs. I mean, you can get the DVDs from HMV. That's where I got mine from, pretty much. A couple on Amazon because they didn't have them all, or they were overpriced, one or the other. So, yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. That. And another one I've just recently started buying is Vampire Knight. Which, you know, it's good so far. So, yeah, I'll probably collect more in the future. I mean, I don't know many great ones at the moment, because I've just literally started reading them. So you know, look at some reviews, ask some friends that read them all the time, and you know, invest in some more in the future. I mean, with books especially, you want to keep, if you have a set of books, you want to keep them in good condition. So at the moment, mine are all brand new. I mean, I've got a bit of like damage on the bottom where they've been like stood up or whatever in the shop, but you'll always get that unless you obviously buy it brand new from a website. But then even then, in the packaging, it might have some damage. So you can never guarantee that it will be perfectly pristine all the time. But you know, I've got a lot of books. I mean, it's not manga, but Narnia books. I've got all of them in like a cardboard box type thing that comes in like a display box. They're hardbacks and everything, and I think there's like 9 of them, I think, and I've read them all, obviously, so they will have a, you know, that fold where you've opened it, but I mean, they're still in fantastic condition, and it's a really nice box and everything, so you know, that might be worth something one day. They're really good books. Definitely recommend the Narnia books, and the films as well. I mean, they're good films. Recently watched the Voyage of the Dawn Treader film. I have to say that was really good. The book was good, so I assumed the film would be good as well, because the other 3, is it, or 2, they were really good as well. So you know, a good adaptation so far, film to book. Not all of them are, like from a book to a film, they don't all go well, but most nowadays they do them really well. They pay a lot of attention to the book, which I think is necessary. Like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, obviously prime examples of that. 'Cause they're really good. I mean, this last Harry Potter's been split into 2 parts because they wanted to get so much detail in like there is in the book. So I think that's a wise decision. So the last Harry Potter book is really good. Can't wait for the second part of that to come out. It's not long now. Really looking forward to it. One last thing, match attack cards. This is a more recent thing really. This was kind of high school times, and occasionally, you know, I've missed quite a few years. I had, like, I think it was 04, 05 and 06. I've got them pretty much complete. I'm missing like about 10 cards from each one, I think. So yeah, so I'm missing those, but I've just bought, I think it was 2 years ago, I had one as well. That's nowhere near complete, but yeah, they're pretty fun to play. It's football cards basically. They've got like stats on, and you can have football matches and everything. I've never actually done them because I thought it was a bit weird, like the way they designed the matches to play out. But I mean, just collecting the cards in general is good fun for me. I'm a collector. I collect a wide range of things really, as you can tell by this. I mean, I've still got old games and old consoles and stuff, which obviously is a good thing to keep. But as well as all this old stuff, you know, toys and stuff I used to play with when I was younger, like Lego and Connects and all that good stuff. I mean, it's worth keeping, to be honest. So even if obviously you can't sell it, you can hand it down, you can give it away to charity or whatever, and some other kids that maybe hasn't got all this toys to play with, you know, can play with it. So anyway, this video's wrapping up. That was a look into me as a collector. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.